sir?
Going good. How you doing?
Good. Jose Cruz.
Eddie Trevino. Oh,
Let's get you on this, man. I need to hear that man voice you got.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell, the Iceman. Do you guys going by Chuck or Iceman or just
Chuck?
Chuck. Man, I don't want to like be that weird fan guy because, dude, I literally, you hear this a million times. I grew up watching you, became a fan because of you. When you knocked out Tito Ortiz, I mean, come on. We got the Iceman. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. I'm better now, man, because I've been like hyping this up just like in my head, trying not to be that fanboy, you know, because you probably get that a lot. You know, but let's just get to let's get down into it, man. What are you doing here? What's going on with you here at Hero Sports in Clovis, California?
Well, I just came, you know, my buddy Casey Olson called me up, asked me if I'd support, veteran charity. So, yeah, no problem. I'll make it work.
That's what's up. Now, why is that so important to you?
Man, I don't think they get enough credit for all they've done for us. All the stuff they go through. You know, I've met a lot of guys, talked to a lot of guys, been through a lot of heavy shit. You know,
yeah.
It's people just don't give them enough credit. I mean, people get to complain about shit in this country that they shouldn't be able. You know, but they do because of those guys. Mm-hmm. You know, so. You know, and they're all great guys. Mm-hmm. Most of the guys I met, such great guys.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the inspiration that Chuck has provided for like veterans, or this the epitome of like perseverance, hard work. I mean, this guy embodies it, so it's not really hard to see why they relate to you. I mean, not only that, but Chuck, and for those of you who don't know, he's been a great supporter. I'm a comedian, and I remember like years ago in his prime, he would come to comedy shows, be in the audience, chopping it up with comics. He's always been a staple in the Central Valley as far as, you know, supporting. And like you said, his friend Casey Olson, who I know also a great wrestler, great fighter. There are so many people that always talk about the words of encouragement, the influence that you've had on them. And then, on behalf of Hero Sports and the organization, we're glad to have you out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I feel the same way. Glad to have you out, man, because you talked about the support, how important like these men need their voices, man. They're not being heard, you know. And I feel like sometimes when I watch the UFC, even now, man, I feel like a lot of vets have aggression, man. They're like, I want to fuck something up still. I mean, that's still in them, but they're civilized. But they get to watch the back in the day Iceman, you know. It's
I mean, it's a lot of fun being out there. I'm talking to the guys in here. I mean, I've heard a lot of guys tell me I help them walk again, or I help them do this, help them do that, help them through this part of their life. And I mean, man, if I can help anything, man, it's great. You know, I don't know, I don't really get it, I don't understand why, but if that works for them, I'm glad I could do that for them. I mean, I'm impressed by a lot of stuff these guys go. I hear their stories. I listen to all these stories. I mean, these are bad men. They're tough, man. Tough guys,
I mean, it's a different level. It's a different. I mean, there's average guys like me. Then there are like fighters like you guys, and I do believe there are these men that go knowing that I may never see my family. I may never come home to land of the free. You know, I may never see that, but. You know, but the thing is, the one thing I love about what you bring to the table is like the authenticity. Watching you fight, bro, it was real. There was no hype. There was no trash talk. It's like, this is it. You know?
Hey, I was just a fighter, man. I loved what I did, and I was out there, and I was going out there to end you. You know, I went after a guy. I was out there. I was really trying to hurt you really bad. Now, as soon as it was over, I was hoping you were okay.
Yeah.
But I had that switch, man. I just turn it on and I go. I was trying to put the engine.
Bro, one of my favorite. I mean, you see it all the time when you're running on the stage. You know, did that come natural, or was that that's you?
That just came natural. I did probably the highest high. Like I'm a pretty mellow guy. I'm a level guy. Like I don't have a lot of highs.
I can see that.
I have a lot of highs and lows. But like that's probably the most excited I get.
Oh my God! Do you miss it?
I'll always miss it, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when I originally retired, it was because I didn't feel I could compete at the level I should be able to compete at anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Dana talks about it all the time how he told me to retire, but he forgets. We went to dinner together. I came to dinner with him, and he's like, I'm all, hey man, I need to let you know I'm going to retire. I need some time. You know, and he goes, thank God. I was going to release you, and I was telling you I wasn't going to fight you anymore. But thank you. I'm glad you said that. And then, And you know, so
I'm sure he had to be thankful because this guy is responsible for the spark of the UFC. UFC. I mean, it was guys like you're the guy that put it on the map, that made that, you know, like the foundation of that entire sport.
I love my role in it, and I love that I was there and I got to do it. It was a great ride, man. I wouldn't give it up for anything, man. I mean, you know, I don't know. I think that's a little much saying I did it all by myself, but it was a lot of guys that did it. There was a lot of guys out there, and Dana and Lorenzo. I mean, and Frank and those guys. You know, they moved it. They really advanced us.
Yeah.
Light years faster. I always thought like the money I made at the end of my career. I always thought the money would get there someday for the fighters, but I always had to be way after I was done. You know, but we were able to with a reality sort of launch it off into something crazy.
You know, I mean, because I love the reality shows you've done. There's a lot of like things. I don't know if you want to get into like the whole fighter pay. You know, the difference between what the UFC was when you started, where it's at now. Do you see a huge difference? Do you see an issue with fighter pay with all these guys that are going in and like, you know, talking about like, I want the McGregor money, you know?
Well, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not in that game as much anymore. I don't know what they're getting paid. I don't know exactly. Because if you look back, I mean, I don't know. On paper, I was getting paid $500,000 a fight at the end of my career, but that wasn't what I was getting paid for the fight. That's what was official purse.
Yeah,
I paid a lot more than that for those fights. So I mean, it was a really good job they do, so they don't have to negotiate against each other themselves when they're the fighters. But you know, it's one of those things. I don't know how much guys are getting paid now. I really haven't asked. I just go enjoy fights now. I don't have to break them down. I go and enjoy fights. I go
Same here.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean,
I'll root for both sides. I just want action.
You want entertainment.
All guys getting after it and trying to finish it, man.
Yeah, I think it's a next level when you get fighters that you know it's going to be a show. You know, like the last fight with was it Ferguson and Nate Diaz retiring and all that. I mean, that was a show. You know, Hamzat and Kevin Holland. It was like that was a show. You know, and it's like. I mean, when you're out in the ring, is there
I don't know about that. I thought my issue with that whole thing is that missing the weight by 8 pounds.
Oh, fuck that.
Come on, man. Hey, you know you're not going to make the weight.
Yep.
Call me that week.
Yeah.
Hey, call me on Monday.
Do fast.
Call me. Hey, bro. Hey, man, I fucked my training camp up. Oh, sorry.
No, fuck. Say it.
I messed my training camp up. I'm not going to make weight. Can we do a catch weight and so I don't have to cut.
Yeah.
So now I don't do my cut. Because if now that I did my cut and you don't do yours, you know.
Yeah. Now, do you think that was like a special treatment? Because anybody else I know I've seen they've cut shows. This guy just stopped.
When that stuff happens, they do their best to keep the best card on the show.
Yeah, and
they look. I mean, as fans and these guys that complain about all this stuff, but hey. When stuff like that happens, that's out of Dana's control.
Yeah.
Dana doesn't want you not to make weight.
That's real.
He made that fight for a reason. He made that fight because that's something he wanted to see, right? So it's not like last minute he said, "Oh, I'd rather see this fight than this fight."
Yeah.
You know, it's just he wanted that fight. But when it happens, it's like, what is the best thing for the card?
That's real.
What's going to make the best card out of it? How can we juggle it? When that stuff starts happening, guys, then you have people falling out. And it's like, how can we juggle the card? Because it's hard to get someone to come out of nowhere that hasn't trained at all. And I mean, I don't think you can get the medicals done. You can't get them weighed in.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't get them weighed in. So it's over, basically.
Yeah.
If they don't juggle the card, those fights are just cut.
Well, see, the thing is, everyone's like saying it's a conspiracy that Dana had it. I mean, do you think it was a conspiracy?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
No. And when I see something like that, when I'm complaining, I'm missing 8 pounds. And I call in and ask what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, that's real.
What's going on?
Yes, I mean, I'm so glad you're here. Like, we're talking. See, this stuff I wanted to get into, man. It just kind of, even in this short time.
Yeah, I mean, people get great. I mean, look, he does the best he can to make a good card. with what he has. You know, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He juggled it around because that made sense. At that time, hey, what made sense right now to make this the best card we can make it the way it is? These guys aren't going to fight each other at this weight, okay?
Yeah.
Because you have to agree to it if you want to fight up.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. You missed by 8 pounds. You didn't try.
Yeah,
To me, you missed by 8 pounds. You didn't. You just basically told me to go fuck myself.
For real, that's facts, man.
And you make me make weight. Go fuck. I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself.
Facts, man. Dude, man, Chuck, can you talk after? Because they're wrapping us. I want to continue this, man. You guys, we're back out again with Chuck Liddell. We had some. I got in trouble with Chuck Liddell because they were singing the national anthem. They were like, guys, shut up. So. But yeah, let's get back into now. Where you at with since being retired? What do you got going on in your life, man? What's new?
I'm doing a lot of different stuff. I mean, we started that thing, No Chuck's Giving. We're doing that for a little bit.
I like that, No Chuck's Giving.
Yeah, I mean, just be going out doing fun stuff with guys. That'll be good when we get that going completely. And then I'm looking at doing some movie stuff. I do some. Well, probably now that you get a little more travel, more stuff. I had about 20 different gigs and speaking engagements in Europe and Australia, between Europe and Australia. And hopefully we can get around to getting those out, getting out and traveling and getting those done again.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Because I know COVID hit and all that. What'd you do to kind of keep your mind straight? Kind of did you start planning? All right, we need to start building this type of organization.
Well, it was kind of that was the thing when I finally I was just doing a lot of appearances and doing a lot of stuff that was really showing up places and it was kind of like the time to start working on building some stuff I can just stay at home, do from home and be able to, just like a monthly thing. Keep building monthly. So
yeah.
What's up, brother?
And I mean that's cool, man. Because again, man, long time fan. I mean, it's insane to have you on. I mean, to see where you come, where you're at now, man. How you started, dude. It's like one of these things where it's surreal, man. Do you feel like sometimes that a lot of that tension is too tough on you, man? You feel like it's like
no, actually, I'm relaxed. I mean, that part of it. I mean, that part's over. I'm not fighting anymore. So really, I was able to do what I wanted to do. I became world champion. I became an Hall of Famer.
Hell yeah.
I mean. I was going to avenge some matches or come back and fight and stuff, but I love fighting. I miss it, but I don't have any unfinished business. There was no one I needed to fight at the time, and I didn't miss anybody. So I'm happy. I'm relaxed, and now it's just kind of see what else I can do. I'm trying to stay busy and relax for a little while, but you gotta stay busy. You gotta do something.
That's real. I mean, now because I follow your Instagram, man. You're doing a lot of stuff. It's like you said, you're traveling, the engagements, man. I mean, where do you see the No Chuck's Giving? Where do you see that growing to, man? Where do you hope to see that go in 10 years?
Well, hopefully keep it again. Well, we haven't finished. We kind of got to put episodes together, try to get that out, and then I'm working on doing a different couple different films that we're working on. We're working on a lot of different stuff, so we'll see what hits. But in 10 years, hopefully I got stuff that's recurring money. And I'm trying to build something for the kids or something. And something for the kids, and they can still, if they want a family business, we'll have a family business.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, dude, if you need a video guy, look at my shit. Fly your boy out. I got you, man. But as far as training, you still train, you still spar, you still keep that.
I do still train, I still spar here and there. I still roll a little bit. I do a little more jiu-jitsu than I do other stuff.
Bro, I feel like I'm glad you're doing that, man. Because every time you fought somebody, I'm like, bro, jiu-jitsu, bro.
That's the thing people don't realize. I've been doing jiu-jitsu since '97.
Okay.
So I started doing jiu-jitsu in '97. I'm actually pretty good.
Okay.
I remember I was rolling with some of John. Ran into John Lewis teaching a class at Unbreakable, in LA, and it was like, and I borrowed a gi, and I was rolling with one of his brown belts, and I swept him a couple times. And I thought you were a kickboxer. I'm like, I've been training with your coach since 97. Okay,
97, before you were born.
I picked some stuff up. I haven't done much gi stuff, but I picked some stuff up here and there. I can still roll with the gi on.
Yeah, I mean, I think now, watching the state of the UFC again, do you think that whole sport's evolved? Like, it's more than just like.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, when we started, you had guys coming in. When I started the sport, we had guys coming in, from the striking sport, from a wrestling, or from jiu-jitsu, or they come from different disciplines.
Yeah.
And one of the advantages I had in the beginning was I came from wrestling and kickboxing, and karate, and so I had a mix. And I just had to learn jiu-jitsu. So, but now guys are coming in and they're learning it as mixed martial arts from the beginning. We're just trying to figure out how to coach it, how do you train, how do you work on striking and wrestling and jiu-jitsu at the same time. But you can't go out there and spar with just and just figuring it out. We can't just go out there and beat each other up.
Yeah.
But we did that a lot too. But hey, we had to learn. And now there's guys are starting. They got nutritionists, strength coaches. They got they're starting from the beginning with a coach that knows how to teach MMA. He knows how to teach mixed martial arts. He knows how to mix it together from the beginning, how to train it. So they're getting a lot of advantage now.
Yeah, the advantage now, like they have that whole Apex Center they train in. I mean, the difference.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on now. It's great.
Do you feel like, damn it, I wish I would have had that?
Well, that's the whole thing is, look at it this way. I wouldn't miss the ride. The ride I had, I was raised, growing the sport. I remember from traveling all over with Dana trying to get people. I remember going to Boston. We were trying to get them to put us in the leisure section.
Yes.
It came full circle. At the end of my career, like the same magazine, same paper we were trying to get to put us in the leisure section. From the leisure section, called me to ask me where I like to vacation.
Oh, sure.
So I mean, it's like now that we're a real sport,
full circle, man.
Yeah, it was full circle. It's cool stuff like that. And I would have missed that. But shoot, I would. I mean, if you think about it, I would have been a busy fighter.
Yeah.
Because now you have 40 UFCs a year, right? Instead of 5.
Yeah.
So, I would have fought every 8 weeks. If they let me, I would have fought every 8 weeks if I was healthy.
Yeah.
If I didn't get hurt, I'd want to fight again. I mean, what really kicked off the launch of my career, as far as coming out of the mainstream, was when I knocked out Guy Metzger and Randleman in 3 weeks.
Yep.
Because I knocked Randleman real fast. I was all healthy, and we negotiated to go with Pride for when Pride 3 weeks to fight Guy Metzger.
Bro, I mean, man, just to hear that side, I mean, that's so dope. And I think what separates the UFC then and now is obviously social media. You think if you had social media now, you would have had like more traction, more popularity.
Well, of course. I mean,
back then it was.
As big as I was in the sport at that time, I would have millions of followers.
Yeah, beyond. I mean, I do believe that, man, because again, your type of profile as a fighter, in your prime, man, you could have brought so much more than what you guys should have deserved more promotion. You guys should have gotten all that, because I see it now. It's like one viral thing McGregor does, one viral where you get Dustin Poirier and Matt Chandler beefing in the audience. It's like everyone has their phones, and it's like, what do you think about like all the beefs and stuff in the UFC?
It is what it is. I mean, some of it seems a little too manufactured now.
WWE?
Sometimes it's a little over the top for me, but and guys. I think guys miss sometimes what I consider, like a mutual respect. Like it's like, hey man, there's a line you just don't cross. There's certain things you leave alone.
You gotta get going.
Certain things you leave alone. I'm like, the McGregor one, like
McGregor Poirier.
Well, no, McGregor and.
Or Khabib too.
Khabib when he jumped over the cage. No, I get it. I was really mad at him until I heard his speech at the end when he talked about his dad kicking his ass. I'm okay.
Yeah.
All right, he knows he fucked up.
Yeah.
But like, I had people, man, that was really gangster and doing that. No. That's like, he should have waited till he got in the back.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to do that? I would have had no problem with him doing that to attacking that guy in the back. I might have helped him.
Yeah.
I pushed him in. Hey, push him in the room. You guys go take it. Why are you guys handling it in that room?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a different level of trash talking because they try to hit. You know, like you and Tito's beef was like, it was.
Well, ours was real. But
yeah, that was real. You know,
here's what he was trying to talk his way out of fighting me.
Yeah, he did, bro. I mean, as much as a fan I am of him, but dude, I knew he ducked you, bro.
That's what he was doing. I mean, styles make fights, styles make wrestling matches. I would have beat him in a straight wrestling match.
I agree.
Back then, in our prime, I would have beat him in a straight wrestling match. He couldn't be.
Bro, when you had him in a fence, just and you know, it's just to me again. That's authentic, man. That's these fights now, man. I see a carry of that. You know, for like you said. I mean, you guys set like bars or the UFC's at right now, man.
Yeah, but no, it's great. I mean, I people don't understand it's a great sport.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And people, oh man, it's a little watered down. No, it's not. It's just you got 40 UFCs. That means now the guys will fight on smaller shows you didn't get to see before. You're gonna see those fights now.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this, man. This is kind of like my own personal curiosity. Is like you guys fought for UFC. You guys are the vets. You guys are the Hall of Fame. You know, do you guys get like free pay-per-views, or you got to pay for that shit too? I want to know the connection. I don't think. I think we do have to pay for them. Okay, because I see like Forrest Griffin. I see all these guys watching. Like, wonder, do they get like the I'm a UFC fighter link? you know?
Oh, that's funny. No, yeah, but I get to go. I mean, they take care of me at any fight I go to. They're taking care of me. Like I get tickets.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
If I show up to a fight, they'll take care of me. They're great. They've treated me great.
Royalty, man. You're royalty. You know, I know you got to get going. We got to get some dinner, man. But the name of the podcast is still here. Long story short, I had a bad case of COVID, Delta variant, double pneumonia. It took me out, killed me, man. I came back. Then I was in the hospital about a month, and a week and a half later, I got bacterial double pneumonia. It destroyed me 2 times. So this whole podcast kind of came out of that experience. I'm still here. You know, one thing I got love for the military and the veterans, man, they're still here. Whether, you know, even like you lost your job, your bank account repoed, you know, family member hating on your job, boss hating on you, you're still here. What would be like your still here message to people listening and watching, man?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I mean, just, hey, man, just keep fighting. You know, don't give up. There's no, especially with a lot of the vets.
Yeah, your message to the vets.
Keep fighting. The thing is, like, hey, there's a lot of us out there. There's a lot of us fucked up out here.
Come on.
I mean, you know, I can do stuff with Jay Glazer and MVP thing. That's great, but it's just getting guys around, just getting around people, get around some people that understand what you're going through.
Hell yeah.
The struggle that you have, you know.
And that's what this show is all about, man. I never want to speak from from something I never experienced, man. I want to speak to stuff that people can connect and relate. Like there's a lot of people that are messed up still, man. And it's like,
you know, just find some people to talk to, man. We love you guys.
Love you, man. So I want to say thank you so much, Chuck. I'd like to grab a picture with you out there. That's my wife, Laura. We do this as a family business. You know, we got Chuck, the Iceman, Liddell. Man, I'm so proud of myself that I didn't fanboy the way I know I could have. But Chuck, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your support for the veterans, man. And dude, I love you, man. You got my support, man. I love you, brother. All right, guys, well, stay tuned.